Woo! I'm dog sitting for about 3 weeks for a very good friend of mine here in the city. So you're gonna be seeing a different background here in my videos for a little bit. I mean, look at this piece of art. Is this not like the perfect background? If you guys have watched any of my vlogs recently, this is the same friend who also has the lake house in Bedford, New York. Always a pleasure to dog sit for him. I'm having a fresh gin and tonic. Also, it matches the painting. Hello. So I thought I would do a little get ready with me style video. I haven't done that in a while. I know I've kind of been a little bit MIA, and that's really because I've been sick for the last week, which has really just been, who isn't sick, really? I feel like everyone I know is sick. I was sick. Randy is still sick, like what the hell? But anyway, I just turned the corner yesterday and I'm pretty much feeling almost completely better, so cheers. This is a bag that I carry with me literally almost everywhere in the city. Like when I go to my job, I work a part-time job in the city. Sometimes I'll just take this with me and then I'll do my makeup there. So this really isn't just the bag that I took with me on this trip. This is the bag I take with me on every trip, basically. Admittedly, I have not been like donning makeup very much. I have really been super low key, just been doing skincare and that's about it. But I don't know, I just wanna like feel cute. I wanna get ready with you, okay? Also, side note, I'm sitting. And if you're like, Cate, I don't know what you're talking about. I stand when I film all of my videos and I always have. I guess this is how every other YouTuber feels, right? They're just sitting. This is quite relaxing, actually. So I'm gonna take you through my makeup bag. I definitely have like way too much makeup in here for what I need right now. Starting with the Merit Great Skin. And this is the cutest little travel container I ever did see. Now this came in the Holiday Lip Gloss set with Merit. And a lot of you guys have asked about the Great Skin. I feel like it's a product that, I feel like primers in general are kind of a product that confuse people a lot. But I think this in particular, because it's kind of a hybrid product, you know, it's not exactly like one thing. And so I think people just get a little bit overwhelmed, but there's literally no reason to get overwhelmed because you just do what I did. Slap it on your face right before you go in with makeup. It will not do you wrong. You're welcome. I don't know what happened to my sponge. I thought I had it with me and I don't. So change of plan. We're going rogue here. We're getting wild. I'm going to attempt to use the Merit minimalist stick and just blend it in with my fingers. And I actually think I can do it because the Great Skin is that hydrating. Okay, so announcement. I have a new shade of the Merit minimalist stick and I'm gonna pull that out and use, this is Silk. I have been a linen devotee, like I thought that was my shade. And honestly, I can kind of go either way. Silk is a little more cool toned and I'm definitely cool toned. And this is more neutral because it is winter and I'm soups pasty, we're pulling out Silk. Because actually I think it's an exact shade match with everything right now. And while I do love having a lovely bronze in the summer, I love kind of being all one shade. Like it is exhausting to me in the summer to like, even though I love the Fenty body sauce and it's truly a magical product, to have to like, you know, put it on my neck and décolleté and make sure like my neck blends in with, you know, my foundation because like I'm a little bit darker in my face, but lighter on my neck. It's just, no, I would rather just be all one shade like this. It's so much easier. And you really do want to go in on top of freshly hydrated skin with the minimalist. Like you don't need to let the Great Skin sink in for any amount of time or anything like that. I actually have never applied this with my fingers. So this is kind of a little bit of an experiment. You can see how that's just really subtly and naturally evening out my skin tone on this part of my face because I've got a lot of redness. Okay, this is actually blending incredibly well with my fingers. What's even going on? I know what's going on. It's the damn Great Skin. Guys, it is blustery and blizzardy here and I am into it. This apartment is on the 10th floor, so the views are absolutely incredible. And in the daytime when it's snowing, it is so magical. Oh my God. Okay, so the application with the fingers is actually going way better than I thought, but I will say it's taking a lot more time, you know, but yeah, c'est la vie. I'm like actually impressed because honestly, you know, blending out a stick foundation with your fingers, that's pretty impressive. Okay, but is that not actually just like the most perfect shade match for my pale ass skin and also just like my neck and my décolleté. I mean, yes, right now I am kind of giving Victorian dying British boy, but we're gonna get some color on our face. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with the Make setting powder, and I'm gonna go in very lightly because when I use the Merit Minimalist Stick, I wanna go really light with the powder. I feel like I don't really need a lot, but we're just setting everything down with the lightest of hands. I usually say this more toward the beginning of the video, but if you're new to my channel, I am an exclusively pro-choice influencer, which means that I only feature products from brands that are loudly and proudly pro-choice. So anything I put on my face, anything I'm talking about, you can be assured is a brand that is in support of abortion rights here in America. Okay, perfect. Now I'm going to do brows. Brows are so quick for me. I'm kind of running out of this product, but this is the Gen C, everything is rubbed off, but this is the Gen C Arch Support in the shade Medium Brown. I kind of love how dry this is. It's gotten down to the bottom of the tube, but it makes it like hella easy to apply. So I didn't like put any of this on my social media because we kind of just wanted to have our own time. But my longest time best friend, Heather, and if you've watched my channel for years, you probably know who Heather is because she's been on my channel. She lives in Atlanta. She's a delight. I miss her so much. I wish we didn't live so far apart. Basically, she came and visited me at the lake house. We had like a whole lake house weekend, and it was the stuff that dreams are made of. Like, we literally lived our best lives. We were doing the fire pit every night. We were in the hot tub like 4 times a day. It was just idyllic. I thought about vlogging it, and then I'm like, you know what? I mean, I love vlogging, but when I really want to spend like super quality time with someone, it's really hard to like vlog and do that. You know what I mean? Because you kind of, everything you're doing, you're like, I gotta film this. I gotta do, I gotta get this on camera. So I just really wanted to like have a good time with her and just kind of kick back and not worry about it. I actually am gonna go in with the Jones Road Clear Brow Gel and fluff them up a little bit with this. Make them look extra polished. Okay, I'm going in with an eyeshadow that's not the shade Glacé from Merit. I know, like, stop the presses. But it is from Merit. This is the Solo Shadow in the shade Studio. It just smooths out the lid so gorgeously and so quickly. Like, I don't even understand this product. Oh, so good. And this shade is just like the perfect shade, right? It just gives you a little something to your eye. I have to say, my skin is extra well prepped today. It's probably from like taking such good care of my skin and literally not wearing makeup for a week and a half almost. Oh God, I stepped away from Studio, and why did I do it? It's so good. Okay, so now I'm going in with the Jones Road eyeliner in the shade Brown. You know, I love a day where I don't use eyeliner because it's just like an extra step. It takes focus, but when I do it, it really does take my makeup to the next level and really just opens up my eyes because I definitely have like small to medium eyes. I like something that just kind of, opens them up a little bit more. So I've been trying this new method of curling my lashes that's more focused on like the middle to the top. So I used to go in right to my root and literally just curl from there and call it a day. But I feel like this is a little bit better. I feel like this technique makes my lashes a little bit more flirty girts. Pulling out the Tower 28 mascara, of course. So last weekend, my friend Heather and I wanted to watch a funny movie, and we decided to watch Bridesmaids again. And let me just say, it doesn't quite hit the same in 2024 as it did when it came out. In fact, it really doesn't hit the same. And that's really not me putting down Bridesmaids, because for what it is and what it was when it came out, I think it was amazing and hilarious and all the things. But it's just interesting, like so many things are just really not aging well. I think for us, it was just the whole kind of played out, super tired plot line of like a spinster-like woman who just can't find the right man and is just down on her luck. And you know, it's kind of those vibes. And I'm just like, I think those vibes are kind of done in 2024. I just think it's really kind of harrowing how few things have aged well. It's such a downer. It's a good thing because it means that we're actually making progress and we're changing the way that we look at things and we're opening our minds. But man, oh man, does it ruin a lot of things from the past. And then I'm doing the little outer corner bottom lashes here. Okay, so going in with my Jones Road bronzer, using a very light hand because it's probably a little deep for me right now. What blush to use? Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? It's winter time, it's aspen cheek time, it's cold as hell, and I haven't used this on camera yet. So this is the holiday shade of the Merit Flush Balm. It's the shade Rouge, and this did so well that they're bringing this back and putting it in the core Flush Balm collection. Very exciting. So this is gonna come in a full size, but I have the mini. I'm gonna apply this with my finger. Look at how beautifully and subtly that blends out. So that is what the shade Rouge looks like on its own, but I'm gonna be an extra bitch and I'm gonna put a little Stockholm on because I can't not. Pulling out Stockholm, which always gives me the most gorgeous, glossy, bouncy ingenue cheeks. It's like indescribable. It just gives your skin this bouncy, almost like vinyl quality to it, like a doll cheek. Okay, I just completely like bumped my camera and it moved. So sorry if the angle changed. I had someone comment like a few days ago on some, I don't know what video it was, and it was like, no, 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 your blush placement is all wrong. You look 30 years older than you are. 30 years, so you're telling me I look 70 right now? That's what you're saying? Got it. By the way, this is how the Rouge stains. Like I just left this on my hand, and there is like a little bit of a stain quality to this, which I kind of like because it stays a little bit longer. It kind of has a Benefit Benetint vibe to it in terms of a stain. Can I just say the combination of this and Stockholm, I know most people probably wouldn't think to put these two together, but wow, like this is what I'm saying about Stockholm. Do you see how it just gave this kind of like beautiful luminous gloss to my skin? I'll never get over it. All right, next we're moving on to a lip liner. I'm using the Jones Road lip liner in my ideal shade, which is mauve. Okay, lips looking fuller. I'm not sure if I'm gonna stay with this, but I need this for hydration right now because my lips are dry. So this is the Rhode Peptide Lip Tint. I hope these come back in stock. Have they come back in stock yet? I'll keep you updated. And by the way, everything I'm using here today is linked down below in the description box. But this is, I believe this is limited edition, but I love the shade. It's Jelly Bean. I said I'm probably gonna use another shade and I'm like, am I? Should I leave it? That's so good. Is that not like the perfect nude? Okay, you know what it is, but I feel like I've been using the hell out of this. So let's go with something a little bit different just to say we did. All right, I'm gonna pull the Say Glossy Bounce in the shade Bounce. Both of these gloss products are kind of neck and neck for me. They just feel incredible. It's kind of like splitting hairs, so whatever. Like this is just a gorgeous glossy look. I love the shade, and also my lips feel hella moisturized because these are basically lip masks. And then I'm gonna curl my lashes really quick. I just like to go in when the lashes have dried and just give them one more crimp, one final crimp. Like, look at, that made a little bit of difference. You know what I mean? It's like, boop. Okay, perfect. That really does help, and it helps to keep the curl for the entire day if that's what you're going for. Okay guys, so that is the finished look, and I think the star of the show for me today is the blush. I mean, I know that comes as no surprise. The combination of the Merit Minimalist Stick with their Flush Balms is perfection, and let me tell you why. Their Flush Balms are all a little bit different. There are some that are a little more sheer. Like I said, this one has a little bit of a stain. Anyway, these are very sheer shades, and I do feel like these shades apply even better on top of the Merit Minimalist Stick. So this really helps a shade like Rouge live up to its best potential, because you kind of need something with a little bit more body and oomph in terms of foundation beneath something like this. And as you can see, like the combination is just, it's just perfection. Like these are some juicy ass cheeks. It's just a beautifully curated combination of products that just looks absolutely beautiful when they're all used in combination with each other. I barely drank any of this. Should I just chug it? Just kidding. I think that might be a bit much. I also forgot to mention, I like to say this because I want you guys to get the best deal out there. And if you are interested in trying Merit, I have my very own collection with Merit. It's my 6 top products. A lot of the products I used here today are in that collection. And that collection is always 15% off, unlike the rest of Merit's site. So it actually is like the literal best deal you can get. And that's linked below, just like everything else. You guys are the best. Please stay safe out there, and cheers till next time. Ooh.